Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Jaron Boots Ennis versus Vergil Ortiz. I said they verbally agree. Ain't no other kings in this rap thing. They sibling. So the world wants me to talk about a boxing ego, the best to do it, the best ever. Listen, the best in the business, and it's not even close. A report came out today stating that Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz have agreed verbally, and I gotta say that proverbially, that they agree verbally. So watch me flip vertically, and the fans want to know what I think. Listen, my thoughts are the same. Boxing is looking washed. I can't leave boxing alone. The game needs me. This article that came out, all it says is Jaron Boots Ennis and Vergil Ortiz have verbally agreed to a fight. This virtually means nothing in the business world, because you can verbally agree to something, but if it's not set in stone, the ink hasn't dried, a contract hasn't been drafted up, then what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's rather shocking that boxing fans continue to play this game. I keep saying this in my videos, where people will make this big hype and say, oh, this fight's coming and this. We've been here so many times, right? Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. They legit put out flyers saying undisputed, it's coming, Saudi Arabia. They were people, old media, writing articles, and they were writing articles about how much both fighter was set to make in that fight, right? They were like, Joshua's gonna get X amount of millions, Tyson Fury's gonna get X amount of millions. Guess what? The fight never happened. I mean, we heard reports that Shakur Stevenson was fighting Frank Martin, and they verbally agreed. It's literally was kind of the same thing, right? And what happened with that fight? When the contract was drafted up, sent over, Frank Martin didn't like the money, and the fight fell apart. Frank Martin later goes on to fight Gervonta Davis, right? So these are just two easy examples off the top of my head. And with Riyadh season particularly, I noticed them and dazn doing this the most in boxing, and this is catastrophic, because what is the point for just announcing a bunch of fights that you hope to make, right? Getting the fans hyped up, and then what if it doesn't happen? What do we say then? You know, and you have a lot of people, content creators, fans, they're giving Turkey a lot of credit for a card that's not even announced. So this article, it literally says nothing new that we didn't know, other than they're working on negotiations. In fact, the article has Golden Boy, Eric Gomez, who's the president of Golden Boy, and they have a quote, and he told Fight Freaks Unite on Tuesday, quote, "We'll know in the next couple of weeks whether we can get it done or not." That's literally what the article says. We'll know in a couple of weeks if we could get it done or not. So for me, I'm not holding out judgment. I'm not going to hold my breath. If they could get this fight done, it is a good fight, and announce it. I have my reservations for obvious reasons. Shakur's fighting Zepeda. Now we find out he's not fighting Zepeda. They say he's fighting Floyd Schofield, but we haven't seen an official announcement. So for the people who are hitting me up and like, oh, Ego, what are your thoughts? I don't have any thoughts unless they have a flyer, a press conference, and signed contracts. Then I'll have real thoughts. Other than that, it's a good fight. We've known it's a good fight. I wanted to see the fight for years, but they have other hurdles, as of me recording the video, that they got to get beyond. Jaron Ennis said he wanted to be undisputed at 147, and he's not coming off of the best performance of his career. So does he relinquish his belt and contact the IBF to fight Vergil Ortiz? We'll see. You have Vergil Ortiz, who was off a very tough fight as well with Sergey Boachuk. Boachuk moves on to fight Israel Madrimov. Do they want Jaron Ennis smoke? You know, even if Vergil Ortiz wants it, does his promoter Golden Boy Promotions won it. You know what I mean? So these are the things that have to be discerned and considered. Another thing that is a bit problematic, even if they get the fight done, is this is like a main event type of fight. And the way some people are reporting it, they're saying that this fight is not even the co-main event, which to me, it's already, in my opinion, if it happens in Saudi Arabia, that's not the prime location for that. It's such an American fight that I think would do good. And it's really a main event in its own right. So we'll see. You know, I'm not going to do a bunch of time wasting and speculation. Hopefully they get the fight done. But again, you got to know how these things work. And a lot of people just, they look at these quick headlines. You know, some people make videos about that, or, you know, fans get excited. I'm booking a hotel room. Well, you enjoy that. You book a hotel room, and the rest of us will just wait for an official announcement. So that's all I got regarding this fight. There's nothing to my knowledge, as of me recording the video, that stipulates the fight is done. Again, boxing is looking washed because you have people who are saying that it's like people don't even read. The article literally says that we'll know in a couple of weeks, or Turkey's saying online, like, you know, give us some time. Don't believe anything until you hear from me. And yet and still people are taking, oh, verbally agreed, and just running with it and potentially creating a false sense of hope for a fight. And it's just, it's sad because fans are gullible and they fall for this. So let's just wait this out and see if they can get this done for February 22nd. Because again, I've given you several examples. Even on this card, people were saying that Zhele Zhang was going to fight Martin Bakole. Couldn't get it done for whatever reason. Now they're talking about Zhang fighting somebody else, and Martin Bakole got ordered to fight F.A. Ajagba through the IBF. You know what I mean? So there's things that must play out. I'd rather hear from the horse's mouth, the people involved with this, as opposed to all this speculation. Again, does Jaron Ennis want to move up straight away to 54 coming off the Karen Chukadasian performance? Does Vergil Ortiz want to smoke? You know, do they have the money that they want? So many things at play. But if the fight does happen, we'll see who's who and what's what. Let me know what you think. Do you want to see it? Who would you favor to win if the two fight each other? Again, it's a good fight, but I'm not going to get too detailed unless I know we have a scheduled fight. And even then, it's not guaranteed. You've seen Shakur Stevenson had a DAZN scheduled fight with Joe Cordina, and then the fight fell apart because he got injured. This is boxing. So y'all got to act like it and act like you've been here before.